28th of December 2023, and you're live on the news at 3. Good afternoon. I am Obilijit. Yeah. Governor Fubara vows not to relinquish mandate given to him by Rivers people. President Tinubu appoints Governing Council, Management Team of Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, and Federal Government to announce shutdown of public buildings not in conformity with minimum standards of accessibility for persons living with disabilities. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube at Rstv Online and on Facebook at Rstv 22PH Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Now the details of a report. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has spoken very strongly that no level of sabotage against his administration can make him abandon the mandates freely given to him by Rivers people to serve, protect, and advance the fortunes of the state. Governor Fubara made the assertion when he declared open the 115 and 116 combined quarterly general meeting of Rivers State Council of Traditional Rulers in Port Harcourt. Samuno Barabi Bulubo takes the rest of this report.
This was the first quarterly meeting of the Rivers State Council of Traditional Rulers that Siminalayi Fubara was attending since he became governor of the state. Governor Fubara reaffirmed his commitment to serving the state with humility, sincerity of purpose, and accountability. He assured that he will not fail in discharging his responsibilities and will never surrender the electoral mandate and progress of the state because of intimidation, blackmail, or deliberate act of sabotage against his administration.
I wish to thank all of you for supporting our government to sustain this prevailing peace and security in your communities since we assumed office, which has made our state one of the most secure and peaceful in this country. Let us not forget that Rivers State is our collective inheritance, presently under my watch, to protect, to defend, and to advance as the governor.
Governor Fubara also stated that drastic measures will be taken by his administration to strengthen the provision of quality education, affordable healthcare, and social services across the state, including the rural areas. He assured of sufficient budgetary provision in the 2024 budget that will fund the human capital development efforts, including unlocking the entrepreneurial spirit among teeming unemployed Rivers youths through viable initiative on skill development, entrepreneurship training, and targeted investment in commercial agriculture.
We must all be worried about the plight of our youth, especially those in rural communities, most of whom are poor, neglected, and almost forgotten in the government development plans. We will prioritize and provide sufficient funding in the 2024 budget for you. We want to make reasonable provision for education, for healthcare, and also social services across the state.
In his address, the chairman of the Rivers State Council of Traditional Rulers, Sergeant Awuse, said the council supports the administration of Governor Fubara and advised troublemakers who are fanning the embers of discord to cease from such acts. On his part, the Rivers State Commissioner for Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Charles Amadi, said his ministry will continue to maintain a harmonious relationship with the council and ensure that they discharge their role as royal fathers in building peace in their domains. Tamuno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
The need to introduce the War Against Drug Abuse, WADA, in public and private schools in Rivers State has been advocated. Assistant Commander General of Narcotics and Zonal Commander NDLEA Zone in Port Harcourt, Antonia Ede, made this known at a one-day WADA sensitization town hall meeting with principals in Rivers State held at the University of Port Harcourt, Chuba. Gaspar Nele reports that the event organized by the NDLEA Rivers State Command in collaboration with the state government had the theme, "A drug-free school is a healthy and wealthy society." Take a look.
Anthenia Ede, who described drug abuse and illicit trafficking as killers of destiny and the root of societal decay, said that if not urgently uprooted by stakeholders through collaborative efforts, it will degenerate to an uncontrollable societal disaster. The Assistant Commander General of Narcotics used the forum to sensitize the principals on the need to partner the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency to reduce or completely eradicate the menace for a better environment by monitoring students' activities and introducing WADA Club, among others, in the various schools.
They have to establish WADA clubs in their various schools, which will help in reducing the scourge of drug abuse and illicit trafficking. Teenagers and early adults, that's what the principals handle. So that's why we want to start with them. We want to catch them young.
Principals will pass on to their teachers, and the teachers equally will pass on the education to the youth, especially the negative effects in the indulgence of drug abuse. And the principals will know the major roles that they could play in their various schools of endeavors.
Special guest of honor and Rivers State Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odo, represented by her senior special assistant, Doris Oyil, appreciated the NDLEA for the grassroots sensitization campaign against drug abuse and illicit trafficking and assured of the government's support to achieve success.
It's time to ensure that we preach the gospel of telling them that, see, what you are doing, what you are taking is to your health and to your own self tomorrow.
Assistant Zonal Commander Drug Demand Reduction Unit, NDLEA Zone N Port Harcourt, and a resource person, Ajuzie Rosemary, delivered lectures on the topic, Crucial Role of Principals in Drug Abuse Prevention and Curriculum Integration, while the host and Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Professor George Will Owunari, as well as other participants, made their view public.
You'll be more informed. When you go back to your schools, you will watch out to make sure our society becomes a better society.
One of the things that I have learned from this lecture we had is how to manage a drug addict.
Also learned tips on how to recognize a child or a person that is into drug abuse.
Gospower Anele, Rstv News.
Stakeholders in Ahoda East have declared their unflinching support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara call for meetings with elected representation and government function. A communique after the meeting signed by High Chief Hawaii Dogo and High Chief Stephen Ihua Madweni disclosed or declared rather that peace and security are indispensable ingredients for development, condemned all acts of political aggression and violence. The stakeholder also declared that they wholeheartedly voted for Governor Siminalayi Fubara as governor of Rivers State based on his capacity and tempo to improve the state, giving renewed hope and peaceful business environment for investors in the state. They acknowledged the immediate past governor of Rivers State and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, adding that his elevation to national politics will culminate to some dividends of democracy for the state. The communique conveyed that the people of Ahoda East are ready to support Governor Sim Fubara in the discharge of his constitutional oath of office. It also called on the elders of the state and rulers to lend their support to the Governor Fubara through the path of renewed hope to steady economic growth, peace, security and welfare for the people of the state. They also urged all elected representatives to consult with them, declaring that any elected representative working against Fubara will be recalled. State Assembly members were also called upon to meet with their constituents in town hall meetings to determine development priorities for the overall development of Ahoda East and Rivers State in totality. The development of the Ahoda Industrial Estate as one of the key drivers of the region. Now to federal matters. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of qualified Nigerians to serve on the Governing Council and Management Team of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. The presidential spokesperson who announced appointment in a statement says it is in conformity with sections 71, subsection 1, 72 and 73 of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industrial Content Development Act 2010. According to the statement, the new appointees are Senator Heneke Lokobiri, Chairman, HNS Petroleum Resource, Engineer Felix Omashola, Executive Secretary, Orisemi Iwa Eyeson, Member, EVP Upstream, NNPCL, and Benga Komolafe, Member, CEO, NUPRC. Other members of the board include Augusta Warrens, Nicholas Odinowe, Raphael Samuel, Sadiq Abubakar, and Olorodarius Sunday Thomas. The president charged appointees to discharge the duties with his patriotic resolve to significantly enhance indigenous industry participation in the energy sector as part of the Renewed Hope Agenda's mandate to achieve the goal of 70% indigenous content and participation in the nation's energy industry during the lifespan of this administration. The federal government has announced plans to shut down public buildings that do not comply with the minimum standards of accessibility for persons with disabilities from January 17. The Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, Dr. James Lalu, disclosed this while briefing newsmen in Abuja. The news conference was organized as part of the 16 days activism to commemorate the 2023 International Day of Persons with Disabilities. According to a report, the Commission will swing into action immediately after the expiration of the 5-year ultimatum given to organizations by the federal government, which is expected to elapse on January 16, 2024. This commission was established with full responsibility for the enforcement of its laws, and it has been stated in the commission's establishment laws. The House of Representatives says the many challenges facing the country's health sector will soon be passed. Chairman, House Committee on Health, Amos Magaji, said there are moves to declare emergency in the sector with a view to reposition it to meet the needs of Nigerians. He stated that at the Federal Ekiti State Teaching Hospital, when the committee visited the institution as part of its oversight functions, Magaji noted that addressing the problems in the health sector required a multi-pronged approach, promised that the sector will soon bounce back when the needful is done. You're still watching the news at 3. Do you love and care about Rstv State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. Still to come on the news, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu warned Hezbollah after cross-border attacks killed Israeli civilian, and President Biden's son Hunter faces second federal indictment on tax evasion. Details when we return. Please stay.
The world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. I'ma keep winning till the keep up with me. Come on, let's go. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stop spinning. Africa, you feel me? Come on, now let's get it.
New styles from Darling. Find your beautiful.
I come from a people who believe.
Her people with a will and a way.
I come from a people united by passion,
determination to succeed and to succeed.
We are a people who overcome all challenges. As a people, we create hope for the future.
We are one people, united by a common bond, to create the rivers of our dreams.
I believe in the security of our people.
And I believe in the unity of our heritage.
I believe in the oneness of our people.
Together we are determined to succeed. Together we are Rivers State.
One people, one heritage, one goal.
One Rivers, one faith, one responsibility.
This is my responsibility.
This is my Rivers.
Our state, our responsibility.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining. balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back now to the rest of our reports. The Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Audi, has launched a special squad, the Safe School Response Team, to protect schools from all forms of attacks in the north-central region of the country. This is coming on the heels of the urgent need to strengthen security operations across schools and colleges of education in the region. Audi, while speaking in Lafayette, the Nasarawa state capital, at a one-day sensitization workshop for strategic stakeholders in the north-central geopolitical zone, said the federal government had domiciled the coordination of the project with the Corps. The squad, which includes officers from the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police Force, and the Department of State Security Services, amongst others, are expected to tame the spate of attacks on schools, students, and teachers in the 6 states of the North-Central region and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The Commander General expressed confidence that a smooth implementation of the initiative would reduce the burden of out-of-school children in the region, while calling on stakeholders to support the Safe School implementation project to enable the security agencies achieve their set objectives. Ogun State government has announced a 50 million naira reward for anybody who could provide information leading to the arrest of the killers of Taiwo Oyekomi, the former Director of Finance and Administration attached to Governor Dapo Abiodun's office, Okemosan Abeokuta. 51-year-old Oyekomi was killed on November 29 by gunmen at the Futo flyover bridge in Abeokuta. The bounty, which was announced in a statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Tokumbo Talabi, in Abeokuta, the state's capital, said information provided will be treated with utmost confidentiality. According to the report, Oyekomi was accosted by the gun-wielding hoodlums alongside 2 others while returning to the governor's office with money said to have been withdrawn from 2 major commercial banks within the Abeokuta metropolis. A section of the pedestrian bridge of the Ala Perez Estate Ketu area of Lagos has collapsed following a collision involving a truck. The incident occurred around midnight on Thursday when the truck collided with the bridge. 2 persons were reportedly injured during the accident. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, who confirmed the incident, said that the truck loaded with metal and exceeding the height restriction got stuck under the bridge, leading to its collapse. Kaduna State Governor Obasani has faulted the claims of the Defense Headquarters, attributing the reason for the airstrike in the Tudun-Brinin community to terrorists embedding themselves with civilians. Last Sunday resulted in the deaths of over 120 people and injuries to several others in the Igabi local government area. But the Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, said the reason for the air raid was terrorists embedding themselves with the locals in the area. However, Governor Sani, speaking on television program, described the statement as careless, insisting that such claims need to be verified before taking such decisions. Governor Sani's comment followed a condolence visit by Vice President Kashim Shettima to the affected community, where he stated that a probe will be initiated to forestall any future occurrence. He also pledged that as victims of the incident will be supported by the federal government. Away from national stories, now the devastating flood which hits the South Omo region of Ethiopia nearly 3 weeks ago has left many residents homeless and in need of assistance. A flood in Akodogo village in Desnesh district was caused by the sudden rise of the Omo River. The residents had been hoping for some rain to ease their water scarcity due to a severe shortage of rainfall, but were caught off guard by the unexpected deluge that swept away their houses and belongings. Heavy rains in the highlands of South and Southwest Ethiopia caused the river to overflow and flooded 34 administrative wards and 7 islands in the Denesh Wareda region of South Omo since late October. Israel has said that a guided missile attack from Lebanon has killed an Israeli civilian in the north of the country, prompting Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to warn that Beirut would be turned into Gaza if Hezbollah started an all-out war. The Israeli military said that the fighters from the Lebanese Shia group carried out Hezbollah, which supports the Palestinian group Hamas, said one of the struck a Hezbollah command and control center in response to the Iranian-backed group's attack. It was not immediately clear if Netanyahu's comment was linked to the most recent Hezbollah strike. Still on the foreign scene, federal prosecutors have filed tax charges against Hunter Biden, a second criminal case against the U.S. president's son. The 9-count indictment says he schemed to evade at least $1.4 million in federal taxes from 2016 to 2019. The 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors include failure to file and pay taxes. President Joe Biden has already pleaded not guilty in the gun case. Hunter Biden was indicted in September on federal firearm charges in Delaware. The White House did not comment on the new charges on Thursday night. On entertainment, the periodic annual demand for
Feliz Navidad, meaning Merry Christmas in English, is a Christmas song first recorded in We Wish You a Merry Christmas is an English Christmas carol that sends good wishes to people for the season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Jingle Bells is one of the best known and commonly sung Christmas songs in the world that creates awareness for this season.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
The song tells us how Santa Claus brings good tidings and we should get ready for him.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'll tell you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Holiday is coming creates excitement for everyone as it is a time to rest and prepare for the festive season.
Holiday is coming. I am going home. Mom and Dad are waiting. Oh, I'm happy. Holiday is coming. I am going home. Goodbye, goodbye. We shall meet again. Goodbye, goodbye. We shall meet again. Next time we shall meet again. Meet again, meet again. Next time we shall meet again. I'm going for holidays.
Mavis Victor, Rstv Entertainment News.
And in the world of sports, Lionel Messi and Inter Miami will play a pre-season friendly in Hong Kong in February as part of the club's first ever international tour. Inter Miami said the club will play Hong Kong the 11th made up of players from the Chinese territory's first division at the Hong Kong Stadium on February 4. Miami co-owner David Beckham, who played in Hong Kong in 2003, soon after joining Real Madrid, said the club was looking forward to playing in a beautiful city with a great sports scene. The announcement comes after Miami last month scrapped plans for a 2-game end-of-season tour in China, citing unforeseen circumstances in China. Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube at Rstv Online and on Facebook at Rstv22PH Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And that's it on the news at 3. Thank you so much for sticking with us till this time. Join us again at 7:30 p.m. for more reports. I am Ubilejit Yara. Good afternoon.